Hey guys, wanted to do a quick video here about drawing your illustrations. So when I saw Gabriella's post and I noticed her line work in her layout for the front cover, it's a little concerning only because of one thing. This part here is actually drawn correctly because if you are intending to create this with a fill color, you can just go ahead and fill it with a color, per se, here and here, because you do have closed paths. So the anchor points are connected, so therefore you can create your fill colors without any problems. Now in an area like the hand, actually the iPhone is done correctly because you can create your fill colors that way. What was concerning is I don't know if you are intended to leave the hand blank. If that's the case, then this should be okay. Probably try and work with some of the thickness of the strokes. Probably use the width tool to thicken up the stroke just to give it some more depth, because right now when you guys design and draw your illustrations, keep in mind that sometimes the strokes tends to flatten your art file. It doesn't give it any kind of dimension or whatnot. Most of the samples that I provided in the introductory video, if you notice, a lot of the files that you saw that had any form of dimensions, the way their illustrations were drawn didn't have any strokes. I'm not saying that it's a bad way to do it. I'm just saying that if you do intend on using strokes, just keep in mind that it does have a tendency to flatten your artwork and it doesn't give you a lot of dimensions. It looks very cartoony. Now, if you're going for that look and that style, then that's fine. By all means, go ahead and use that method. But let me show you real quick what I'm referring to. So if I was to take a selection here of the way this was drawn, I can tell that it probably started in this fashion and came up here, and then it just went all the way around. And it's not a closed fill, because when I create or select a color into it, notice how it's going to, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. And if I was to take this part right here and then fill it with a different color, it does not complete the path. It does not complete the full fill of the hand, no matter what color that you use, because it's all done in strokes. And as there is no closed paths, as you can see here. And here gives the illusion, because technically it really is not a closed path. So my recommendation is, if you're doing it in that fashion, I would strongly suggest to draw the full perimeter of the object and then go back and close your lines. Then you can add any details. Instead of using strokes, you can use a line work or colors or fills of a lighter color of your Pantone colors. For example, let's say that if I was to take this path here, I'm just going to copy it over, holding down the Option key. And let's say that I want to create, I'm just going to give it a color. And let's say that it was a full color file and send it to the back. So it's all full color file, no stroke. Let's say that you have this line here. So whatever this green is, let's say if it's a, let me select one of your Pantone color instead, just so that we can see what's going on here. And I'm just doing this on the fly. So let's just grab that color. Oh, let's select it, come on. Work with me, please. There we go, just that color. And let's hide this piece right here. You get your black strokes as the way you had it. Okay. And if I want to create any kind of details, I would probably just take that fill color here. Let's say instead of doing this stroke, I can just simply do a path like this, and then give it that same fill color, no stroke this time, and then just give it a smaller percentage to create that detail right there, instead of just using a stroke, okay? That way, it gives it some form of depth and dimension on your file, all right? Also, you might want to make sure that your sleeve copy, let me unlock your layers here. Make your sleeve copy, select all, and in the paragraph palette, make sure that they are all centered, justified with left alignment to fill up all the space properly. Okay, so you make sure that your justification is correct, and everything else looks really good. But again, please keep in mind that if you want to have a fill, apply with a stroke or without a stroke, that has to be a complete finished path, Okay, I hope this helps.